Meeting the challenge of the 21st century, EM Petrochemicals, a worldwide company, is embarked upon a quest in pursuit of greater efficiencies and lower carbon emissions. On our roads, in agriculture, on land and on sea, and everywhere we work and play. Manufacturers of products that help you play your role in today's challenge towards optimum fuel economy and reduced greenhouse gases. EM Petrochemicals Top End range. Available worldwide. In this short presentation, we put 4 of our high-performance products to the test during a regular oil change lubrication service. Top-end engine flush used to ensure that new crankcase oil is not added to a contaminated engine. Top-end engine shield to maintain optimum engine performance and trouble-free motoring in between today's extended service intervals. Top-end seal treatment, an advanced formulation that restores elasticity in valve stem seals. And the multifunctional top-end petrol treatment used to bust dirty emissions caused by contaminated fuel preparation systems. All these products are scientific blends of petroleum products, skillfully formulated in our laboratories and which, importantly, contain no harmful chemicals or substances. And what we do in the lab can easily be proven in your service bay. This is how. This high-performance sports sedan with only average mileage on the clock has been regularly serviced by its careful owner. But does this mean its performance is still within the manufacturer's original spec? Don't bet on it.
The first car on test today is a 2004 Alfa Romeo 2.5 V6 that's covered about 110,000 kilometres. It's about 10,000 Ks since its last service. So we want to see what's the present condition of this car.
We put it to 3 straightforward tests in a typical diagnostic service bay. A compression test, an exhaust gas analysis, and a dynamometer test under load. Oh my! The compression test on just 3 of our car's V6 motor cylinders immediately showed us compression was down and worse, were wildly uneven. And then the gas analysis revealed that this Alfa Romeo's shiny red paint was hiding a dirty secret. The lambda level indicated poor combustion and all its emission levels were way beyond acceptable. Then much of the same on the dyno. Power and torque were way down. Where had all those horses escaped to and why? And anyone looking at these numbers could think that some really expensive mechanical work was going to be needed, and soon. But to address all of these concerns, our Bosch-approved tuning and diagnostic guru, Pino Bascelli, stepped in, telling us that all he intended to do was to carry out a normal oil change service on the car, which it was due for anyway, but that he was going to complement it with top-end engine flush, top-end engine shield, top-end seal treatment, and top-end petrol treatment.
Pino, now the all-important question. We've had this Alfa Romeo on the dynamometer. Would you say that this car is down on power?
Yes, Rod, but we can fix it.
So we know from the exhaust gas analysis that this car is running dirty. From the dynamometer, we know it's running down on power.
Step 1 is simplicity itself. A 375ml pack of top-end engine flush is added to the existing old depleted engine oil and the motor run at normal operating temperature for about 20 minutes. This puts into suspension all unwanted carbon, gum, sludge and other insoluble contaminants. Cleaning and freeing up piston rings, variable timing gears, hydraulic valve lifters, crankcase ventilation, and, especially important, the engine management sensors. The mix of old oil and top-end engine flush is then immediately drained off and a new oil filter fitted, before the crankcase is then refilled with new engine oil of the correct specification.
Step 2 means adding a 375mm pack of top-end engine shield that will now improve the necessary properties of the new engine oil, extending its lubrication efficiency and help maintain optimum engine performance. Top-end engine shield does this by preventing the build-up of sludge and other harmful contaminants while protecting the engine from oil oxidization, all of which could contribute to environmentally harmful levels of carbon emissions.
At this stage, Pinot also decides to add a small 100ml pack of top-end seal treatment, as he suspects that a car of this mileage may be suffering from hardening valve stem seals. Top-end seal treatment, when simply added to the crankcase oil, will bring specially formulated polymers to soften valve stem seals and restore their elasticity. So with all matters relating to the internal cleanliness of the engine and the optimization of its lubricant completed, Pinot turns his attention to the critically important fuel system.
Now we can see on idling, especially on town driving, the CO figures, hydrocarbons, unburned fuel, lambda factor, and NOx, the most important.
Remember, this cherished sports sedan was lacking in power and running dirty, yet Pinot is confident that the addition of a single 375ml pack of top-end petrol treatment to the fuel tank is all that is needed to clean up this Alpha's act.
Highly corrosive acids, as well as gums and varnishes, can build up in fuel systems, and regular fuel filters can have little or no effect on them. Top-end fuel treatment not only neutralizes the acids and contaminants, but also cleans carbs, injectors, and reduces valve and combustion chamber deposits while maintaining EGR and oxygen sensors.
And it improves economy too. Now, how good is that? And we're done, and we can return to our test, the compression test, the exhaust gas analysis, and another power run up to 120 kilometers an hour on our dynamometer. After bringing our test vehicle back up to normal operating temperature, Pinot takes another compression reading, and look, pressures are not only significantly up, but are now evenly balanced with remarkably similar readings. Compare before and after. And as for our dirty exhaust gases filled with environmentally damaging emissions, CO2 is down, nitrous oxide down, and the measure of combustion efficiency, the lambda readout, it's back to within the manufacturer's original specification, and that means cleaner emissions and improved fuel economy. So now, let's see what happened to our sports sedan's lost power, and back to the dyno. Up through the gears, the Alfa Romeo powers up under load to 120 kilometers an hour, and then back to standstill while the dyno's computer begins calculating the result. Remember, this has been a regular lube service to which we applied top-end engine flush to clean the motor's internal components and stabilize cylinder compressions. Top-end engine shield to dramatically optimize the protection, lubrication, and cleaning properties of the new crankcase oil. Top-end seal treatment to soften up those hardening valve stem seals.
And we added a single pack of top-end petrol treatment to clean up the fuel and restore health to the fuel system. No mechanical procedures or adjustments were carried out, and the results? Well, you can believe this because you've seen it. Kilowatt power has leapt from 88 to 100, while torque has jumped from a lowly 145 to 160 Newton meters. That was some oil service.
EM Petrochemicals have a full range of automotive performance and care products. If you'd like to know more, why not look over the second presentation in this series? And by the way, if you choose not to use top-end products in your next lube service, don't tell your car. Thanks for watching.